Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support what remains the same? Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty. But he also
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him, though.
Right. Brother, you said if the brother come on my channel, you done. Wait. And you know you got me, man. You got me. I said, all right, brother.
After this whole Polite case go on, and when this shit is over with, I want to see all you niggas. Listen to me good, y'all. Rob on, Garfield, all y'all know who I'm talking about. I want to see all you niggas, cause I'm gonna be pulling up some reports of molestation in Harlem, in the Bronx, some fresh ones that just went on. I want to see y'all stand up and fight. Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget. The mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child. Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Everybody, hold on for a minute. Right. Time out, everybody. Time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother. First thing I want to let the people know, I love my brother, the mighty Hebrew. Me and Hebrew, we go through our little beefs and fight, and brothers fight. The mighty Hebrew knows me personally. I know him. I know his family. He stayed at my house a few times. Him, his family, his children.
Are you accused of molesting your wife, niece, who is your niece through marriage?
I have no recollection of that. You would have to inform me of what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that.
Okay, I will be able to one day. So I have my third question. Captain Cesario, do you have a homie that's in prison right now for child molestation that you support financially?
Yes.
But I thought you were against child molestation and those that are molesters to children.
I am against child molestation and those that molest children.
So why are you supporting this person, but you speak ill against others that have a love for people that have been just accused of child molestation?
Okay, I'll answer your question very easily. When I was at both cases of both trials, the evidence that they had, they gave the brother a lie detector test, which he passed. They tested the sister for the young girl, whether her hymen was broke because he was accused of molesting her. Her hymen was not broke. A hymen, for those that don't know, a hymen is something that they use to test to see if the woman's or the child's virginity has been broken or anything like that. There was information that she said that she gave, which she then retracted. So the first case that they did was thrown out. The second case, they did not want to answer to. The jury was hung on it, and the judge did not want to release them until they came up with an answer, and then they came up with a guilty verdict. So from observing the case, if he was guilty of the crime, I would in no way support the brother. But from the evidence of the case, from the testimonies of him as well as the individuals involved, he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty.
Wow, so he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty, but you speak ill against someone else that is not guilty, but they say he was guilty. So I have a question. This brother that you support,
not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
Everybody, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Right. Time out, everybody. Time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother. Oh, it's already up first there. Thing I want to let the people know, I love my brother, the mighty Hebrew. Me and Hebrew, we go through our little beefs and fight, and brothers fight. The mighty Hebrew knows me personally. I know him. I know his family. He stayed at my house a few times. Him, his family, his children.
He stayed at your house
a few times.
A few times. After you just said he went to jail for violating kids twice. That not only you're a pedophile supporter, you're a pedophile A and B.
He's sheltering.
You're a shelter. You giving pedophiles the shelter and food and board. Wow.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
I want him to address that rumor. You know what I'm saying? Him up in the backseat with that damn minor. It was insinuated by Sinetta when he referred to him as Little York. Now, I heard from another source. This wasn't from Sinetta, but I heard from another source that that is actually true.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York, I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga.
That is actually true. What they speaking of about, this relationship with his supposed daughter. You know what I'm saying? Some, I get a couple calls, a couple emails. When I'm in New York, people talk. And I heard from a couple people that he even almost got caught in the back seat with her. You know what I'm saying? He almost got caught on a statutory charge. They was in the back seat getting it in. Got caught by the police. I'm gonna put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been knew this, but I ain't know all the facts on it, so I'm gonna just keep it, Yeah, it was a rumor floating around, you know what I'm saying? That he was in the back seat getting it in with the young John, and he almost got hit up with a statutory charge. Let the mud sling, motherfucker. Y'all wanna sling mud? Let's sling this shit, cause there's even more shit.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
But since we throwing shit out there, I want him to address that rumor. You know what I'm saying? Him up in the backseat with that damn minor. He almost got that statutory.
At one point he said, "Oh, that girl, she's no longer my niece through marriage or my wife's niece through marriage." So apparently there must have been some divorce, and I think he knows that it's so horrible for him to talk about that situation. The girl, the 14-year-old girl, what I'm saying, she was like 14 or 15, but I think he said 14, and she ran off with Polite because she was in love with him, and he only talked about it when he had money problems, which shows that the dude, he didn't care about this. If he cared about that person, because there's some other video where he says, "Oh, well, I can't really talk about it because she's family," but he had no problem calling his sister, her sister, the girl's sister, you know what I'm saying, but yeah. When he had money problems, that's when he talked about it.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York, I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. See, what it is you think I'm by myself, and you can just roll up and do what the fuck you want to me. That's what you thinking.
Got your address, I got your name, associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Got your address, I got your name, associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Got your address, I got your name, associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Try it. Try it. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. You hear me? See, what it is you think I'm by myself, and you can just roll up and do what the fuck you want to me. That's what you thinking.
Got your address, I got your name, associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Try it. Try it. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. You hear me? Polite, you's a lying bitch. Polite, you's a lying bitch. Polite, you's a lying bitch. Let me see what this clown ass nigga got to say. Let me see what this clown ass nigga got to say.
All the community got to do, anybody that follows this creep, I ain't mentioning his name. I don't need to mention nobody's name. But you follow the creep over 50 years old, all the community got to do, anybody that follows this creep, I ain't mentioning his name. I don't need to mention nobody's name. But you follow the creep over 50 years old. You want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Oh man, you over 50 years old and you want to play a young man's game. I know what my narrative is. I'm too smart to be broke. That's my narrative. That's my narrative. That's not theirs, that's mine.
I know what my narrative is. I'm too smart to be broke. That's my narrative. That's my narrative. That's not theirs, that's mine.
I know what my narrative is. I'm too smart to be broke. That's my narrative. That's my narrative. That's not theirs, that's mine. And I haven't seen somebody that's at eye level with me and what I do day to day, who I rub shoulders with day to day. I haven't seen them doing no videos on me. You know why? Because I have a life and I'm happy with my life. And when you're happy with your life, you don't take risks like that.
Who I rub shoulders with day to day. I haven't seen them doing no videos on me. You know why? Because I have a life and I'm happy with my life. And when you're happy with your life, you don't take risks like that.
Who I rub shoulders with day to day. I haven't seen them doing no videos on me. You know why? Because I have a life and I'm happy with my life. And when you're happy with your life, you don't take risks like that. You know, you take a risk every time you push the envelope so much that when you see I'm not responding, now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives?
Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives?
Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Oh man, you over 50 years old and you want to play a young man's game. You want to play a young man's game and somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me. Bro, I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community.
You want to play a young man's game and somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me. Bro, I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community.
You want to play a young man's game and somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me. Bro, I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community. I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community. And if how many times has the community seen you betray me?
I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community.
I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community. And if how many times has the community seen you betray me? You think that each time you betray me and you come back, you think I don't start collecting data? You think I don't have a level of anticipation for you to do it again?
That each time you betray me and you come back, you think I don't start collecting data?
That each time you betray me and you come back, you think I don't start collecting data? All the community got to do, anybody that follows this creep, I ain't mentioning his name. I don't need to mention nobody's name. There's a whole bunch of creeps now. So I say creep. When I say creep, you're like, which one? But you follow the creep over 50 years old. When the only people that stay around you is because you hold the platform over their head, because that's the only way they really can get attention.
All right, family, let me calm down. Let me calm the hell down. Because when you're going crazy, you know you lose thought and all of that. Let me calm down. Talking about the finances and nigga, I got the money and I can send somebody to come get you and fuck you, polite. Ain't nobody scared of you, nigga. I know you's a bitch because I seen the bitch in your eyes. Who you gonna get? You gonna get your crips, nigga? Who you gonna get? You're not scaring and you're not bullying nobody. Talk about the scamming, nigga. What you mad at? You mad because I came out and denounced your bitch ass? You mad because I came out and told the people that you were scamming? What, I wasn't supposed to say nothing? Huh? You mad at that? Let's deal with one of the things you said and you lied to the people. I told the people that you are a habitual fucking liar.
I told the people that you are a habitual fucking liar.
I told the people that you are a habitual fucking liar. You gets up there and parade to the people that you bought my car now, that you gave me the money to help buy my car. You lying bitch. This is why I ain't got no respect for you no more. You gets up there telling people that you bought my car, you helped me buy my car. Nah, nigga, what you did was you robbed me. Every goddamn debate we had, you was stealing my money, robbing me, taking the money from the people, talking about he bought my car. Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house.
Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house.
Why do you think you changed crib from crib to crib to crib? Crib from crib to crib to crib. Crib from crib to crib to crib. Crib from crib to crib to crib. It's not yours, polite. You talking to somebody who know you, nigga. And believe me, I got data on you.
And believe me, I got data on you.
And believe me, I got data on you. But see, what you say about me is all good. I don't give a fuck about that. But the shit I got on you is real shit, polite. You don't want to go there. Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, Polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house. Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, Polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house. What I told you, Polite, was just give me 10,000. That's what I told you. That's what I was saying to you. I said, just give me 10,000 back. I don't even care. This is why you didn't even want to show the goddamn books. You didn't show me the books. You didn't show me the receipt. Every time I asked you to let me see the books, you said I left my computer home. Well, nigga, I want to go home with you. Oh, I'm going, me and Aminette going out. But I know you. Don't forget that. You said I was disloyal to you and dishonest to you. Nigga, you came on my platform, scamming everybody, ripping off everybody, and you ain't give a fuck about me, but I'm disloyal to you?
But I want to deal with something that's been on my heart and mind. And that is these brothers, and the sisters ain't flipped on me yet, but it's a couple of sisters, but the brothers, you know, it kind of messed me up sometimes because I show a lot of love and loyalty to my circle, right? For example, Garfield, for one. I never thought Garfield would flip, but Garfield felt that he got enough subscribers from me and he got enough clout from me, so he don't need me no more. And he told me to stop sucking on Polite's peanuts. And so I'm glad he said that, because this whole Polite thing, it makes niggas jump out of character. So Garfield got to feel that he's doing the right thing by, you know, kissing a lot of bunkie, Rob on the people he got over there. But Garfield seems to forget that I stopped Q Butter from pounding his head in. This is why he didn't want to go to Brooklyn for a couple of years. Who stopped that? I did that. And what I told Garfield was, Garfield, if you come on my channel, I don't want to do no promotions for you. I don't want to do none of that. Remember, I used to do promotions for Garfield. And Garfield used to pay me $300 every 2 weeks to do promotion for him, to come on. And I said, yo, brother, I stopped that. I said, Garfield, I don't want to do it no more. Because people started calling me about Garfield scamming with the fixing your credit and all that scam shit. And so what I did was I said, no, I removed myself from Garfield doing things, because I started listening, thinking about Polite. So I said, nah, I'm not doing no more promotions and none of this stuff.
Have you ever had a dream that you want.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And so what I did was I said, no, I removed myself from Garfield doing things, because I started listening, thinking about Polite. So I said, nah, I'm not doing no more promotions and none of this stuff.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Next thing you know, Rob Bowen almost broke his face. Right after the function that went on at the spot where we was at. Rob Bowen was downstairs waiting on him. I jumped right in the middle of it again. Stopped Rob Bowen from really breaking his face, man. Rob Bowen, see, Garfield was talking about their mothers.
After this whole Polite case go on, and when this shit is over with, I want to see all you niggas. Listen to me good, y'all. Rob Bowen, Garfield, all y'all know who I'm talking about. I want to see all you niggas, cause I'm gonna be pulling up some reports of molestation in Harlem, in the Bronx, some fresh ones that just went on. I want to see y'all stand up and fight.
Ooh, you cannot tell me. Oh my goodness. What? Who? Yeah. Electric chair.
So he was disrespecting Q Butter mother.
I am disgusted.
Calling her B and all that because they was arguing. He did the same thing to Rob Bowen, disrespecting Rob Bowen and his mother.
Keep it controlled.
And so I stopped that situation from going down. But let me tell you another one that I stopped, that he don't even know I did it. Star from Star Report called me one day and he was furious. Star was mad as hell because Garfield had supposedly scammed one of his people. And Star called me out of nowhere. He said, Sonetta, what is this Garfield dude? I'm getting ready to take him to the feds. Garfield would have probably been in jail today. Star was like, yo, because Star worked for the feds. He'll tell you, he ain't got no problem with shame telling you he worked for the feds.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon.
If it's one thing I would do is snitch on your ass.
Do you stop? Do you rest?
then you rest, right? And so he got wind that Garfield, according to Star, have scams.
This man needs to go to prison.
Lock him up. And Star was mad and furious. And he called me out of the blue. I said, God, Star, slow down, brother. I said, man, listen.
Hey guys, it's Mary Jane. I want to let you guys know for the millionth time that I'm mixed. I mixed with Cherokee Indian, I mixed with Muslim, I have a lot of European in me, I have a lot of German, I mixed with French, I mixed with Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A, I'm also mixed with Spaceship, and I'm also mixed with Astronaut, oh, and I'm also mixed with Scammer. That's where I get my hair from, because scamming runs in my family, so yeah.
Please, leave Garfield alone. I'll talk to him. Don't do that, brother. Please don't do that. Don't do that to Garfield. I'm gonna talk to him. So he's still going at it. Fuck that. Oh, God. And I'm pleading with him. I'm humbling him. I'm like, yo, brother, listen. Garfield is all right. That's my brother. Garfield is good people, man. Please leave the brother Garfield. Don't do that stuff. And Star, because of the respect for me, he didn't do it. And you know, I forgot to tell Garfield all of that. This was about like maybe 4 years ago. But I never told Garfield that Star wanted to get him. I never told him that until today.
Clap if you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect.
Family, do y'all hear that shit? You coming up talking about I was disloyal and all kind of crazy shit. But you come on my platform, fuck up my business, fuck up my platform, robbing and stealing.
You're not gonna scam me, idiot.
And I see, by you saying you helped buy that car for me, that's like saying you gave me money. Nigga, don't you dare lie. Don't you dare lie on me, nigga. Don't you dare lie on me. Polite, you's a lying bitch. I'm saving some of this back, because I know you're gonna try to come back. I'ma save some of it. You's a lying bitch, Polite. Shut your bitch ass up. Trying to scare somebody. Now you want to threaten me, nigga. I'm not scared of you, nigga. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech, nigga. Speak your speech, nigga. Evidently, you should've known Sarnetta's a crazy motherfucker. I would bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. Fuck is wrong with this nigga? Trying to send subliminal shots at me like I'm supposed to crawl and run under the damn bed somewhere. You wanna try to apologize? You wanna try to come and bang at me? You hear me? That Sarnetta talked about your kids. Who are you talking about? Huh? You ain't talking about Tashia, right? You ain't talking about her, right? You ain't talking about Tashia Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. I knew her before you, Polite. You ain't talking about her, right? The one you call Renintet? You ain't calling her your daughter, are you? Don't do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. You ain't talking about Tashia, right? You ain't talking about her, right? You ain't talking about Tashia Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. I knew her before you, Polite. You ain't talking about her, right? The one you call Renintet? You ain't calling her your daughter, are you? Don't do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
No, right there. Please have a seat. Right there. Set the phone down, please. What is your plan here tonight? Just hang out, watch football?
I apologize to Brother Polite. To Polite. I apologize to Polite.
Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
You see that? You see how gullible niggas are?
Now, for Polite, if you accept my apology, fine. If you don't, fine. I'm gonna keep on moving and doing what I gotta do. Is Sarnetta reneging on his Polite comments since they spoke again? When did I speak to Polite? Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out. We did communicate. That's Sarnetta.
I apologize to Brother Polite. To Polite.
I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out. We did communicate. That's Sarnetta.
I never spoke to Polite.
We did communicate. That's Sarnetta.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga.
He did reach out. We did communicate. That's Sarnetta.
I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out.
Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
You see that? You see how gullible niggas are?
We did communicate. That's Sarnetta.
Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
You see that? You see how gullible niggas are? I'm not sorry for what I have said. How many of you heard that in the comment? Backtracking. That's what he, listen to it. I want y'all to see the people in the chat room that's doing that. That way you can see those who are nigrified. Now, I'm gonna say it again. For those of you who got here late, I don't retract what I said.
He did reach out.
Where you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out.
You see, I don't regret what I said out my mouth. I'm not taking anything back what I said about Polite. See, shaking my head, backtracking.
You look so dumb right now.
All right, this is the timeline. Malachi York was arrested May 8th, 2002, denied federal and state bond, pled guilty to the 40 counts of child molestation January 24th, 2003. Now remember, they got Yorkman and was locked up in 2002, right? And he pled guilty and all this stuff. Said 40 counts of child molestation on January 24th, 2003. Kathy Johnston, right, one of the wives, was arrested May 8, 2002 and granted federal bond, denied state bond, released on bond, December the 4th, 2002. Pled guilty April 1st, 2003. Khadijah Merritt turned herself in on May 21st, 2002, denied bond, released on bond December the 6th, 2002, pled guilty May 30th, 2003. Chandra Lampkin turned herself in on May 21st, 2002, denied bond, released on bond December the 6th, 2002, pled guilty May 30th, 2003. Esther Cole turned herself in on May 16th, 2002 and granted bond May 16. No, see, she turned herself in on May 16, 2002, granted bond. And she was granted, did he put it down here? Let me see. Edenton of jail Tuesday. Okay, 75,000. Okay, they all got free on bond before York got sentenced. Okay, it says down here, said these ladies were not in jail at the time York pled guilty. For the whopping something as simple as thinking, logically speaking facts, and asking questions is apparently difficult. They should have asked themselves, how can we push Dr. York's innocence while he refuses to withdraw his guilty plea? He's not being tortured under duress to keep it in. He said to be writing books from prison in the form of letters to his staff. So why doesn't he put the energy into his actual freedom by withdrawing a plea that he said he wasn't tortured to make? I noticed that everyone pled guilty, albeit at different times, but they all pled guilty. Two sisters used an alpha plea, which is different type of plea, but the sentence was no in-house jail time, but a lengthy probation and sex offenders registration, etc. Kathy Johnson served time and was released, then given probation and registered as a sex offender and banned from most of Georgia. So the initial plan was, first of all, of them to plead guilty. The problem came when York's agreement was rejected in the federal case. He was the first guilty to plead guilty. The Wapians don't realize or ignore this fact. They should thank the judge for the rejecting the plea, or else York would have never had any opportunity to fight for freedom and say he was innocent. The only reason why York can go back to saying he's innocent because the fact that the federal judge rejected his guilty admission 6 months later. Within that 6 month time, York was given misinformation about the Native American, the UCC issues. I'm gonna jump down here. The point that can't be stressed enough is the ladies were not in jail at the time of the guilty plea. Moving forward with torture statements, this gave an excuse and also created a motivation amongst the Wabians to prepare and fight in court. So anyway, when you look at all of this, these girls, these women were already out on bond before York received his sentence. So that shows you once again, Sarnetta don't do no reading, don't do no studying, and he was capping the whole time. And he had access to all this stuff. And Chuck Morgan have been over on his platform multiple times debating the Wapians on these same points for I don't know how many years. So that's it. Saw as a liar, point blank. He's a pedophile defender. We need to come up with a list. I'm gonna come up with a list and just start putting them on all the videos dealing with him. Pedophile supporter, pedophile room and board, pedophile we brothers. We all this old crap he's been saying. Just make a whole list that he does, because he caters for all of this stuff. Ridiculous. in that clip that I got of him calling her all kind of names and it's like, man. And Saul was just sitting there, it was just a bad look, polite. His greatest star crashing and burning, and then this chick here and all these dudes coming out talking about her sending pictures. She had an OnlyFans page. She got kids with a white Mexican. Okay. No, not Michi.
Okay.
I'm talking about Nepal.
Yeah, that would make sense because she act like she's been sending it to dudes, but there's so many. I wouldn't be surprised she did that, man.
If you look up the word and see what it means when you are committing sexual acts with a man, with a woman, with another. That's number one. See, but y'all so weak, not you, Garfield, but y'all so weak, y'all don't understand. He was talking about Jan. And how Jan but when that Jan represents the earth, that's what exactly. I don't understand it. They don't understand. Like, that you hear the Hebrews always say, we don't understand the Bible. Don't they say that? Yeah. Well, brother, they don't understand ancient Kemetic science. Now, everybody knows that I'm not talking about if a man puts sperm and shoot in another man's mouth. Of course that's. But that's not what I was saying. Everybody knows how to twist it and turn it to try to make it fit their story. What I was saying was, for example, let me give you an example. If my sperm was to somehow accidentally go into my mouth. What do you mean accidentally, Saldana? That's when I have a wet dream. That's when I had a wet dream and my hands is wet. But somehow I'm sleeping and I touch my mouth.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What I was saying was, for example, let me give you an example. If my sperm was to somehow accidentally go into my mouth. What do you mean accidentally, Saldana? That's when I have a wet dream. That's when I had a wet dream and my hands is wet. But somehow I'm sleeping and I touch my mouth.
That was literally, and still is to this day, the most disgusting moment that I've ever lived or witnessed in my entire life.
They said it's wartime, so welcome to the war front.
Ayo Kamathi, or as he calls himself, the irritated genie, is still at it. Still on the internet condemning whites, gays, Jews, Asians, anyone who doesn't measure up to his black nationalist views.
That's how we gonna put a foot in this ass.
And he is still an employee of the Department of Homeland Security, 3 months after the agency publicly acknowledged his website calling for widespread racial violence. He declined our request for an interview, but on YouTube, even he seemed surprised he was not let go as soon as his employers found out.
I have to always remind myself, they know who you are, they know what you're doing. Don't forget that.
He's not the only one wondering how he's kept his $115,000 a year job.
This is a guy who runs a website that calls for the mass murder of whites and for war on the horizon.
The Southern Poverty Law Center has accused Kamathi of hate speech, and officials there are baffled that he remains on the federal payroll. He's been on administrative leave since August, but that just means he's collected nearly $38,000 for doing nothing.
The fact of the matter is that his views are the kind that the Department of Homeland Security should be tracking. They should not be employing him or paying him.
The department says little about the matter, confirming only that he remains an employee of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, and noting ICE does not condone any type of hateful rhetoric or advocacy of violence. Accusations of misconduct are investigated thoroughly, and if substantiated, appropriate action is taken. Before he was put on leave, Kamathi was less diplomatic, saying he works for the devil, but oddly adding,
It was like a fun job because I'm not just going there pushing paper. I'm going there having to sit down and say, okay, how do I help these people that need to be helped?
So he called it a fun job. Some government watchdog groups say, look, firing a federal employee is just complicated and it takes time. Kamathi has suggested maybe he's still employed because the feds want to keep an eye on him. But Aaron, considering how routinely he savages people and promotes violence, taking on everyone from Trayvon Martin's parents to President Obama, it's really hard to imagine how Homeland Security could not
be keeping an eye on him.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books. But Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all already.
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know
brother.
you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support
what remains the
found
same?
Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him, though. Right,
brother. You said if the brother come on my channel, you done.
Wait.
And you know you got me, man. You got me. I said, all right, brother.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Let me nervous.
No, I'm not nervous.
What's
brother.
up, man?
I mean, I'm good. Everything good.
You're not nervous, right?
Nah.
Look at the shoes, though. Walking out, talking about the shoes earlier.
You look smooth, man. How you doing?
Peace and black power, man.
I'm
You
surprised.
already know.
You look a little nervous.
This is what we do. Peace and black power, brother. No, I'm just waiting to see what you're coming with. That's all. Nah, I'm not nervous. I'm good. I'm just waiting to see what you're coming with. And that's my brother right there, man. Garfield. Let him know who you are, brother.
Peace, brother.
Dagger
Garfield.
Squad.
Peace and one love, man. Dagger Squad in the building.
Take us through your time in Harlem growing up as a kid.
Me coming up as a young man, having it's only two of us. Me and my brother, 5 sisters, my mother by herself. And we just been doing our own thing.
What was your
as a
pops
kid.
at?
Oh, my pops was never around.
Never?
He wasn't around.
So you never met him? You never...
I think I seen my pops when I was about like 6 years old, and that was it. All I knew of him was that he was just Dominican. That's it. I just knew he was a Dominican guy. I went to see him one time in the hospital. He worked in Bellevue. Me, my sisters, and us, and we all went down there to go see him. And that was it. I can't even tell you who he is to this day. If I was to walk past him, I don't know. I don't even know if he's living right now.
Did you guys find yourself trying to search for your dad as young?
Nah, because the streets was my dad. I was always hanging out with the older G's. You know what I'm saying? So I got caught up in an early age dealing with the drug game and stuff like that. At one time, I would say I was kind of upset that I didn't, never seen my dad or met my dad.
Right.
Do you feel that if he was in your, in your life, things would have been different?
Yes, of course, I feel that. This is the best life that I'm living right now. So I believe that if he probably was in my life, I probably would have been some nigger out there or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad where I'm at right now, in my life.
What type of woman was your mom?
Mom's, taking care of 5 children by herself. And mom's was she would hang out at that time. I remember as a kid, moms used to go out and hang out and make sure we have a babysitter in the house. But she made sure we had food to eat. She never left us stranded out there like that. Well, she did the best that she could for 7 of us.
Were you a troublemaker as a youth? Like, did you get trouble? You said you were outside in the street.
Well, I wasn't a troublemaker. I was more of a money getter. I was all about getting money, man, at a young age, because I knew somebody had to step up and do something and be the man of the house in the family. I was taking care of all of my siblings, my brother, my sisters, my mother. I came up at a hard life, brother. I had a hard life.
So
if I had a chance to do it over again, nah, I wouldn't. Nah, I don't have no regret.
At what age did you realize that you had to really step up as a man, as a young man at the time to take over the, responsibilities?
The age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old. in and out of trouble. You know, precinct moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that.
Age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, in and out of trouble. You know, precinct moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that.
Age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, in and out of trouble. You know, precinct moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that. Now, when I was younger, I myself was molested. I myself was molested by a woman, by an older female who were older than me. I think by 5 years, 5 or 4 years. I'm not even gonna put a name out there because I still see her to this day. She is a New York City bus driver, and I see her, you know, and she sees me, but she never looks me in my eyes. I remember, and I know you remember, you know? But what happened with me is that it didn't hurt me like it hurt other people. I'm just being honest with y'all. It didn't hurt me because I'm glad it was a woman and not a male. Check. Now, some people might say, Sir, hold on, Sir. What are you talking? I'm saying, at least I'm blessed that it wasn't a goddamn man that went up in my backside when I was young, but it was a woman who, you know, put me on her and stuff like that and was telling me what to do and how to do it and all of that. So I wasn't no little kid. I think I was about like maybe 13, 14, 13. Yeah, around that age.
So I wasn't no little kid. I think I was about like maybe 13, 14, 13. Yeah, around that age.
So I wasn't no little kid. I think I was about like maybe 13, 14, 13. Yeah, around that age.
The age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, in and out of trouble. You know, precinct moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that. You know, robbing, stealing.
Let me ask you a question. So as a kid, did you finish school and stuff like that?
You got to be careful what you say on Queens Flip. But no, I haven't finished school though.
You didn't finish school?
No, I went all the way up to the 11th grade, man.
What high
like
school?
I said, I couldn't. I mean, I had to make sure I take care of my moms. I ain't had time to be going up in school and finishing no school. We had to put food on the table. There was times when me and my sister would have to share the same pants, brother.
Wow.
Jeans. We would have to share the same shoes. Am I gonna wear your shoes today? I'm gonna wear those sneakers? Like that, stuff like that. We would have to run and make sure we get some breakfast at the goddamn school system. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of life that we was living, but it was all good for me. I'm looking at it like, yeah, my mom's had to make sure that, you know, that she would wash, clean all of our clothes. And like I said, I'm the only man in the house at that time. I had a little brother. I had to make sure we had food, everything. Mom's looking for me. I'm coming in the house at 12 o'clock at a young age. At a young age.
So who was the first person that you came across in the street that kind of like showed you the game or showed you the way to get some money in your pocket?
I mean, of course, there's a brother by the name of Herman. I lived 137th Street and Lenox Avenue. He showed me how to do this, how to cut coke, you know what I'm saying? How to bag it up, how to put it up, put it in the refrigerator, put it in the right. See, so I'm going all the way back to that, to them days. Those was my survival days as a young kid, because I ain't had nothing else.
So Herman taught you about the drug game.
Yes,
How long were you in the drug game for?
I was in the drug game from, I would say from the 80s all the way up until 90s.
Really?
Yeah. From the 80s up until like 93, 90, 94, something like that. At that time, like, you had to dip and dab because it was out there in the opening. The dope fiends was out there in the opening. You know, you had to like try to move around and get there. I mean, there's dope fiends from corner to corner, brother. That's the way it was out there.
Your father's Dominican, but what is your mother's background?
African American. I remember I went to jail. I got caught. Went to jail for 5 years in Clinton Correctional Facility.
For?
Selling drugs.
Come on, son, that's right.
Selling drugs. All right. Yes, that was part of it. My mom's
and her boyfriend gets into a fight. I'm home. I'm living on 128th Street. I'm just coming in the house and I see them arguing and fighting, and I see the dude hit my mom's. I immediately ran to the kitchen, got a knife, and I hit him. Boom, I gave him a buck across the face. And he was bleeding, and my mom started screaming, and you know how they do. Oh, why you do that? Why you cut him? You know, she started flipping on me after that, like, why you do that? I'm like, Mom, I can't see no man hitting you. Ain't no man gonna be hitting you in front of me. So I gave him the buck. It's in my records and all of that. That's what I really went to jail for. So yeah, I hit him with the knife. I think I cut damn near his ear off. You know? And that's what made me go into the max joint.
You were trying to skip past that though. You wanted to say, oh, drugs. You thought you were slick.
I wasn't going to talk about the cutting, but I'm just talking about the drugs. That was definitely why I got the 5 years. It all ran concurrent with the 2 cases that I had. You see what I'm saying? And then, you know, I got into a little altercation in the street as a young kid. And I don't really like telling these type of stories because I'm not a gangster.
This is when the real gets separated from the fake. Back on Sanetta. Back on her post Shanana. Sanetta, I'm gonna ask you again, have you ever been arrested for any type of domestic violence? You talked about an incident that happened with a man and your mother, and you handled business. Who was the man? What was your mama doing? Was your mama into some type of bullshit, Sanetta? You know, was your mama into some bullshit? What your sisters ever doing? What happened with your sister that she decided to be in the alternative lifestyle, Sanetta? What happened with your son, Sanetta? You a strong, black, African, Egyptian father. Why is your son in an alternative lifestyle, Sanetta?
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the baldhead nigga. Been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child. Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Everybody, hold on for a minute. Right. Time out, everybody. Time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother.
Oh, it's already up
first thing I want to let the people know. I love my brother, the mighty Hebrew. Me and Hebrew, we go through our little beefs and fight, and brothers fight. The mighty Hebrew knows me personally. I know him. I know his family. He stayed at my house a few times. Him, his family, his children.
You got a hoe for a wife, and your daughter is acting out hoe tendencies, allegedly. Why are you not worried about those things, Sanetta? You been in jail for theft, Sanetta? Have you stolen something before? Because you know you was on that crack rock and that black magic, that heroin. Have you ever been hospitalized for using drugs, Sanetta? I'm asking some questions. In all the years you been with Cynthia, you ain't never put your hands on her, Sanetta? Do you and your children have a relationship with each other, Sanetta? Oh, you thought I was forgetting about you. What happened to the BMW, Sanetta? How many vehicles have you had repossessed, Sanetta? Can we talk about it? Sanetta, let's get deep. Let's get deep. You tried to frame Solar Mind for the damage to your car. But who you got locked up, Sanetta? You got somebody locked up because you just said you had to go to court for them niggas. Who them niggas is, Sanetta, you had put in jail? Where my people at? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all know. Y'all heard him over there. He had court, just recently went to court for some niggas he had locked up. But for what, Sanetta? Is you out there owing money to the dope man because somebody seen you buying drugs on the school ground? And is you owing money to the dope man to get the dope boy set up somebody they fucking with you, Sanetta? Because if you call the police on them, I know Nandi gonna stay out your way. I'm gonna stay all the way out your way. This gotta be a preconception with you. Yeah, his son, Neo-X. His son is an alternative lifestyle and so is his sister.
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the baldhead nigga. Been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child. Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Everybody, hold on for a minute.
Right.
Time out, everybody. Time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother.
Oh, it's already up
first thing I want to let the people know. I love my brother, the mighty Hebrew. Me and Hebrew, we go through our little beefs and fight, and brothers fight. The mighty Hebrew knows me personally. I know him. I know his family. He stayed at my house a few times. Him, his family, his children.
They got rainbows everywhere over there in his house. And it's been brought out several times. He don't never want to talk about it. I ain't the only one that brought it out. See, y'all got to think he going to everybody else's Facebook page. His children and everybody got Facebook pages too, though. He friends with everybody, right? Oh, Frankie Gary. Westside does he. Filthy Frank. How do you get names like that? I know judges and people out in the game that's on drugs, heroin, and everything. But this nigga was Westside does he and Filthy Frank. So he was snorting the head wrong. That's why the nigga brain's fried now. We can't believe he got lupus. He was shooting needles. If he was shooting needles, we all know what was going on back then. Let's keep this shit a stack.
I was weighing in about $1.30. Think about that. Get the fuck up out of here. Nigga, you ain't got no proof, nigga, that I went to the hospital and they all told me I had AIDS. I went to like 4 hospitals and the hospitals was telling me that I had AIDS. AIDS. You's a lying pussy.
Look at all the niggas who done got locked up around Sinetta. Let's keep it a sex. Sinetta was down there when that shit happened with Polite. I ain't saying nothing, but did he play a role? It seemed like everybody started to get mad at him. When he get around them, they get locked up. And he damn sure don't want to talk about what's going on with whole life. What is it to wait on? Anything that he's taking a plea deal on, I don't even give a damn if it's contributed to a delinquency of a minor. Doesn't mean that nigga ain't guilty of all the other charges. But see, I highly doubt that they would allow him to do that, considering it was 6 semen stains on this little girl. So I know he ain't finna just plead to contributing to the delinquency of a minor. I'm gonna need y'all to let that marinate for a minute. Sinetta seems to be the type of motherfucker who will cooperate with getting people fucked up. Let's talk about Misunderstood, since her name keep popping out. Let me tell y'all what really went on with it. Misunderstood went out there what Sinetta was. They plotted all that shit on Uncle Sugar. Then after he was through with her, he threw her off on Real Drunk TV. She went to California up in the mountains with Real Drunk TV. And I don't know what the fuck happened with Real Drunk TV and her, but that shit went left, and the next thing you know, you see Sinetta and Nepal doing videos trying to hurry up and separate themselves from Fish Under Hood. Y'all put this together. Oh yes, I told y'all it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna need y'all to connect the dots. 1 minute they cool and teaming up on Sugar. She got paid for that interview. Sinetta has admitted that anyone that comes on his show, they are paid participants. From Garfield to Unc, they are paid participants. Which means, you know, all of it is some stage shit anyway. It's like a movie script. Hell, Garfield was getting $2,500. And this is what you gotta think. If he got $5,000, this is how you know Sinetta agrees, motherfucker. If he got $5,000 to give Dane Calloway to debate, what he getting out of the deal? How much is he gonna get? I don't understand why people ain't saying what this nigga doing. And fuck Unc too, cause he a bitch. Sinetta the one came out here and told everybody you was on dope, old ugly ass nigga. And that nigga been wearing those same tight blue jeans since he came out. I'm sick of Unc ugly ass too with them little bit ass glasses. Can somebody donate that nigga some real glasses, please? Over there talking that shit, teaching all that weird ass shit over there, running the house of consciousness, getting played like the fiddle you is. I take that back. This a flute ass nigga. Suck the piper and get paid pennies on the dollar. We tried to warn a lot of people. Sinetta's in New York. That's a ticking time bomb right now. Look at these motherfuckers, man. What we doing? What we doing? We talk about Malachi Z York, but shit, Jacob York still out this motherfucker too. Are we not paying attention to what's going on? The House of Consciousness is a bunch of bullshit, y'all. Look at what it's doing. It's a bunch of exploitation, infiltration, masturbation. I'm talking about extortion, coercion, conspiracy. How can Sinetta be caught up in all these things and they never got caught up himself? But everybody else has gotten caught up. Aunt been to jail. Tahuti. A lot of them motherfuckers around this nigga been caught up. That bitch, Dr. Mayat. I don't give a fuck. She was sentenced to 46 months in federal prison. Now, we know anybody in the feds is gonna do day for day. This bitch ain't never did 15 seconds in that motherfucker. How did she go from going to the feds to out here teaching children's books and shit? Look how quick the feds swooped down on Sarah Sulu Sandy and Young Fatal when them motherfuckers was moving. Sinetta know what's up. Unc brought Dr. Mayat in, and they from BMO. Let's talk about it. And we can't forget about the red and blue pills. Why did they really leave New York? So that's what you were trying to do. Why people don't fuck with you? Even Malik Zulu Shabazz put you on blast on selling drugs on post and being a fuck nigga when you was around the Panthers. Buying a uniform, acting like you was a Panther, because like you said, it would help you sell more DVDs. I'm gonna need somebody to flame this motherfucker up, because like I said, I'm going in today. See, you know I've been around since 2008, Sinetta, with this Panther shit. I've been around, nigga. That's right around the time a lot of shit started crashing. And it's a lot of top dogs that have vouched for Nandi, but I ain't seen none of these niggas vouch for you. I've seen you sit with Malik Zulu Shabazz, but I ain't never seen you sit with the King Samirs, and you know what I'm saying? The Akbar, he's a pussy. He another old ass fuck nigga, but I ain't never seen you sit with the Wills and the Tellys and the Stokeleys, and I can go down a list of motherfuckers who was about that life, and there's a lot of Panthers that got locked up and set up fucking with you bitch ass niggas. Let's talk about Khaled's murder, y'all, because that's what it was. Hashim Nzinga was dating Khaled's wife before Khaled met this woman. And due to legality, we gonna keep certain names. Hashim Nzinga actually introduced her to Khaled. I wonder why, y'all. See, let's talk about this shit. When the NBPP was started, it was started with Aaron Michaels. Let's talk about Aaron Michaels. And it was something that was limited only to Texas because of some things that was happening in Texas. I'm gonna need y'all to put a 1 in the chat if y'all knew this, and put a 2 in the chat if you didn't. Because I'm gonna show y'all what this nigga, Sinetta, was an infiltrator, an undercover William O'Neal. Hashim Nzinga introduced Khaled Muhammad to his wife. Truth be told, I can't remember her name. Khaled was dating a successful actress. She was in all of the movies with, let me look it up right quick. Y'all remember the New Jack City movie? And she was the attorney in the case of Nino Brown, the black girl. You remember her? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember that. Everybody was saying New Jack City. She was, you know, we always remember her for that beautiful hair. She's talking about they, but they. When that nigga stood up. Y'all remember that black lady? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember her. Put a 2 if you don't. I'm finna take y'all back and show y'all something. See, there was a lot of jealousy surrounding Khaled's death. So he got introduced to this woman. And it's funny because this same woman, when all of this stuff took place with Khaled, you know, he had been on some speaking engagements in Philadelphia and shit like that. And he started getting sick before even leaving those areas. Now, let's talk about this shit. Let's see if he had a brain aneurysm, because it kind of like what happened with Pimp C. So he gets home, and he was giving some cough syrup. Not his wife. I mean, what was he giving him cough syrup? He got a stomach ache, but it's, you know, not stomach. But anyway, he started getting sick. They were saying he would, you know, defecating on himself. And, you know, long story short, it got to the point where he started regurgitating blood. Now, I want y'all to listen. He was regurgitating blood. She said he got up and went to the bathroom. Now, she go to sleep. Y'all listen to this shit. She go to sleep. She wake up. She see him going through whatever he going through. She don't call 911. She call Hashim Nzinga and Malik Zulu Shabazz. Now, I'm going to pause right there because I need my people to give me some responses on what I'm saying so far. And let's remember, Sinetta and all them was at those events. And they been in college. They been in college. Me and my people talk back to me in the chat. Because I told y'all, I asked them to leave me alone. Now let me tell you what else happened. Hashim Nzinga shows up. They clean up the blood and it spit up. They clean everything up. Everything clean. Then they call 911. Now can somebody talk back to Nandi? You know, I need somebody to respond to me and tell me if I'm a crazy bitch. Now, after he died, and this according to Sinetta, it was certain phone calls made to certain Black Panther members. Sinetta was one of them. You know what they told Sinetta? He said it live. Get out now, Sinetta. Get out now. Leave. And he said he was so scared he went on and left the Panthers and he ain't never looked back. I'm gonna need y'all to remember what the fuck nigga said out of town now. But you think you so abruptly for nigga? And where the fuck is Malika? What y'all do with Malika, who was telling the truth about how Sinetta was, everybody was involved with St. College? Where Malika at? That's the questions we need to ask. Where are the people who was college white-head soldiers? Truth be told, y'all, let me tell y'all something. They gonna tell the truth. Y'all know something? College security was all women. College security was all women. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Malika was his head of security. Malika, like I said, was the head of security. Now, y'all make this make sense. Khaled had also talked about Farrakhan having a hand in trying to have him assassinated. He was shot 9 times. But shortly after that, Sanetta was in a picture with Farrakhan. Can we talk about it, y'all? All women. He didn't trust none of them niggas. He couldn't stand them. He didn't like Zulu or Hashim. Now let's roll the tape for him. When everything happened according to the Panther structure, technically, Hashim and Zinga was supposed to be the next in line after Khaled died. But because that nigga hands was dirty, Malik Zulu Shabazz took over. Because Malik had some own Hashim. The wife ended up getting a lump sum of money, and I don't know where it came from. A lot of people say it's from the Nation of Islam, through Farrakhan. And this bitch owns several stores out here in Lenox Mall and multiple houses. How the fuck ain't nobody able to find nothing on what happened to Khaled? For these niggas who said they was investigating Khaled's murder. Like Malik Zulu Shabazz and that fuck nigga Aqua. Ever since then, we've been infiltrated. Hashim and Zinga got locked up for writing bad checks under his real name. And also in the possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Hashim and Zinga was a womanizer, a manipulator. We have had several sisters to come out and talk about how he would sleep around on them and beat on them. He had a beautiful wife and kept his whore on the road with him. Hashim and Zinga also messed with younger women, you know, women that was in college and shit, what I'm saying, but they was in 18, 19, he 30 and 40. These niggas weird. Let's talk about the Sanetta. Malik Zulu Shabazz got a lot of shit on Sanetta. That's why he's so cool with him. Because Malik Zulu Shabazz has simulated Sanetta several times. Yes, he never had nothing to say about it. I got plenty of people who we could talk about been arrested fucking with these folks, including myself, and we couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. We got a brother named Ja. We don't even know what Ja had. Don't even see him no more. But they had him locked up. Every time it's been a clash of the Panthers, some kind of way niggas get locked up and knocked down. Pay attention. Sanetta was let loose into the community. And it's crazy. The music industry, I'm not trying to be funny, but I gotta be real. Fuck being a rapper. That shit dead. They done targeted the rap industry. They figured out this is an easy way to get big time dope dealers and gangbangers, and they can get the youth out the street, and they can turn women into whores and everybody on the lean and the fentanyl and the Disnick and the Clearsnick. Ain't nobody got time to be worried about that bullshit. That shit is destroyed. They finna get rid of it. Drill music that came in and drilled out the industry. This is why they promote this shit so much. And even if we still looking at a music industry, it used to be about what we had going on. Now it's about the alternative lifestyle. Everything has been infiltrated. We ain't got no goddamn rap industry no more. We ain't got no drill music either. And whatever the fuck you want to call it. These children get turned the fuck out, including his own goddamn church.
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child. Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Everybody, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Right. Time out, everybody. Time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother.
Oh, it's already up
first
there.
thing I want to let the people know, I love my brother, the mighty Hebrew. Me and Hebrew, we go through our little beefs and fight, and brothers fight. The mighty Hebrew knows me personally. I know him. I know his family. He stayed at my house a few times. Him, his family, his children.
But he got nervous over there be trying to talk about other folk kids. Put people on, he ain't got down worried about what his children doing. He need to worry about getting shit clean in his own house. And the Paul children out of fucking control. That's your wife? The fuck out of here, man. Allegedly, according to Judah, the Paul daughter was pregnant at a young age. And all this shit, I don't nobody want to hear that shit from none of y'all. Y'all in no position to talk about a goddamn thing. And then you don't talk about real life issues, because there's a lot of people going through their children getting pregnant early. There's a lot of people going through their children that's converted to alternative lifestyles that don't know how to deal with it. But you niggas is just so fucked up, you just want to talk about it. You don't want to have that, I just hate them motherfuckers. What you hating on, bitch ass nigga? You can't hate on a motherfucking thing that you got going on. You ain't talking to your sister every day telling her you said you accepted. You love your sister. You embrace your sister. She still your sister. Well, fuck, nigga. Other people feel like that about their family members that's going through that type of stuff. We're getting people fucked up. Let's talk about misunderstood, since her name keep popping out. Let me tell y'all what really went on with it. Misunderstood went out there what Sanetta was. They plotted all that shit off the shoot. Then after he was through with her, he threw her off on Real Drunk TV. She went to California up in the mountains with Real Drunk TV. And I don't know what the fuck happened with Real Drunk TV.
You know, Nandi had a really good question. She said, where is Real Drunk TV? The man that she was referring to is Real G's TV, Sanetta's general, right, of the HOK. Now, he's the same guy that gave Methiana, aka Misunderstood, drugs at the cabin. But he also stalked my kids. He stated that he was gonna stalk my kids at school. He literally tried to stalk me and my children for Sanetta Studios, right? But that's a great question, Nandi. Where is Real G's TV? Well, let's take a look and see what's going on in his life now.
Let's have a deep conversation. Look what's in this bag. What do you see? Prescription meds, right? These medications have been assigned to me over 90 days ago, okay? Because I have what is called congestive heart failure. So they give me all this medication to take, right? To take this and take that and take that and take this, right? 10 days ago, I went to get a prescription fulfilled, right? And then he said, we can't fill it because you don't have any money. We can't fulfill it and try to keep you alive because you don't have the money. How many people run around here with empty medication that they need to survive? Am I just one? Am I the only one? Look, all this medication because I have congestive heart failure. Now when I go to fulfill it, the medication, 10 days ago they told me no, so I've been without medication. Okay? Is this how America treats their veterans? Is this how America treats people? Look, I'm in a state of dying now because I can't afford the meds. I can't afford these medications. And they say, well, the insurance company will contact them. And they never did. We'll contact your doctor. They never did. I did a follow-up on this. Let's see, I started 10 days ago. I came back 3 days later asking them, well, can you give me something to hold me over? No, we can't because this is an expensive medication. Not meant for those who are in need. Not meant for black people. Not meant for those who don't have the money that can't afford to pay for it. And the insurance is not going to pay for it. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen, stuck, dying, because I can't afford to pay for the medication.
Now, we just heard Real G's, right, say that he has congestive heart failure and he can't afford his medicine. But he was letting Sanetta put a battery in his back and damn near incriminate himself when it came to my children. All them scams that Sanetta got going on over there, all that money that he's generating from these debates, he can't help his general get the medicine he needs until he can work out whatever he needs to work out with the pharmacy and doctor and insurance or whatever. I'm just really confused. But let's listen to some more of Real G's antics and what he's going through now in real time.
What's up? You see the title? This is the title of the Conscious Community, Sanetta TV, Brother Polite. Y'all gotta be losing y'all mind, man, okay? Yesterday he made a good point, man. He said, where the fuck is my support? Where the supporters at that say, nah, man, Sanetta ain't like that? Why you niggas ain't speaking up? You niggas are still on the fence when it comes to Sanetta. Every time y'all call in, yeah, brother, you know, I appreciate you, man. You helped me through a lot of stuff. But where's your appreciation at? Where's your support? He ain't asking for a dime. He asking to show up and support him when the shit get hot like this. But what do y'all do? Y'all scared? I know the members of the House of Consciousness ain't scared. Huh? Toughest environment to be in, right? But y'all won't even speak out for the brother. Y'all won't say shit, man. Like, I support the House of Consciousness. I support Sanetta and what he's doing, and I don't believe that this shit is going down like that. It's like y'all waiting for some negative shit to take place that ain't gonna take place. You see what the man is doing. He's pulling back from fucking Polite. He been did that. Polite got away with words. He's smart. He's gifted. He's got a talent. But he fucked up. He fucked up in a way where if they don't drop all that shit, ain't nobody fucking with him over here. And we still might not fuck with him. We don't know. The fact of the matter is, you still fucking with the House of Consciousness, but you won't support him. It's just like these goddamn Hebrews. They want to be on the House of Consciousness, but they talk so much shit about the House of Consciousness that we don't want them over there. What's the difference between you and them? What's the difference between you and the goddamn Hebrews? Nothing. Because neither one of you motherfuckers support the House of Consciousness. Neither one of y'all. Y'all sit up here, you run your goddamn mouths, about shit that don't make no motherfucking sense. Y'all don't do shit. You still got them same old raggedy ass ways. Because if not, why you ain't speaking up for the brother? Why you ain't saying, man, fuck y'all. I'm down with the House of Consciousness for real, for real. That's when you're down by law. You've been over here 10 years and you ain't learned shit yet. Take you that long to learn some little stuff like that? Damn shame that Sonetta got to fight this battle seemingly by himself. Because y'all not supporting what he's doing. When it comes to donations, y'all don't even donate, man. Y'all should be giving and giving and giving until this man is satisfied. Because he's going out his way for you. All the work he's done for us. All the shit that he's put aside. Put his life on the line for us. And this is how we treat him. This is how we say thank you. To me, that's not cool at all.
So he went on and on and on about how Sonetta is this great person. He put his life on the line. You should donate all of your motherfucking money, put your house up, all that, right? But at the end of the day, Sonetta really don't even give a fuck about him. Because if he did, he would have never been in that video talking about his meds are out. He doesn't have meds. You know, the video that was titled, "No One Can Hear Me, I'm Dying," Real G's? Yeah, that video. That man over there generating all these funds and he can't even help you, but you still holding his dick. But anyway, for those that don't know, gang stalking is real, okay? Now, Real G's also claims that he's been gang stalked. So let's take a listen to that. And maybe it's your bitch ass karma. The fact that you jump out the window for a nigga and are ready to incriminate yourself for a nigga and attack children over a nigga that is a predator, that's a predator supporter, that's a grimy, scamming ass nigga. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's really the feds watching you, Real G's. You ever thought about that? I mean, because in the misunderstood situation, you had even admitted that you gave her drugs, and she had stated that it was in the house. So are they watching you to raid you? Let's take a look at these alleged gang stalking situations by Real G's TV, Sonetta Studios General. Let's go.
What's up, yo? This is Real G's. I want to talk to you guys about something that I got some concerns about, okay? I moved from Big Bear down the riverside, right? And in the process of moving, I noticed some cars was following me. I was having a look. I said, damn, the car's following me closely. I didn't pay no mind, you know, I'm like, maybe they just driving like that. But for the next couple of days, I kept looking. I kept seeing the same car following me, right? So anyway, I was like, these motherfuckers is really following me, right? So I'm like, okay. In my mind, I'm thinking, what happened, right? Did I do something wrong? The motherfucker trying to get back at me? What's going on? You know, just a quick examination. I said, hell no, I've been in Big Bear for the last 3-4 years, so I ain't done shit. But anyway, come to find out, they're gang stalkers, all right? It's some new shit or some old shit. So I looked it up, right? And gang stalkers is a bunch of cars, a bunch of people who really ain't got shit to do but stalk other people. Yeah, in other words, they sit there and they stalk you day in and day out. This is what these motherfuckers been doing to me for the last 7 months. Every time I look around, there's a car in front of my house. Every time I go somewhere, it's a car. And they let you know who's still here. It ain't like they hiding or nothing. They follow you everywhere you go. You know, they don't say shit. They just harass you by being in your presence. And I'm going, what the fuck? So I was like, okay. So at one time, these motherfuckers is like, and we're going to go to the same places you go to. We're going to go to McDonald's. We're going to go to Burger King. We're going to go shopping wherever. You ain't going to do shit about it. Fuck you. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, these niggas is straight trying to punk me, right? So I went to the store one time and they were all right there, right? I'm trying to figure out what happened, what caused them to do this shit. But according to the people that I've talked to, they're saying that's just what they do. They get their grips on the motherfucker and they stalk the shit out of them. They stalk you for years. Like, you know, I've been talking to people about this. This is what they do. They stalk motherfuckers, right? So I'm saying to myself, oh man, look at this. This is some dumb shit. It's stupid to me because I'm like, I'm ready to fight or do something. Let's handle it, you know, whatever. But this shit needs to stop because it's a pain in the ass. But when I looked at the information, they said their objective is to keep you on high alert, okay? Keep you on alert and just get on your nerve, right? There's men, there's teenagers, there's parents, there's people just as old as me. And what they said was they ain't got nothing to do, so this is what they do. right? I'm like, no. This is straight violation. We're gonna have to do something. So anyway, I'm saying to myself, nah, this is some weird shit, but we're gonna have to handle it one way or another. I'm gonna let you chase me all night, damn near. I don't want to say chase, but, you know, follow me all night. And then we're gonna meet at Burger King and eat breakfast. I'm like, that ain't cool. And again, I don't know why they doing it. Just to get on the niggas' nerve. And they take it like it's a joke. Okay? Like it's funny to them. That they can get on people's nerves. I was talking to another brother, he said, man, they fucked with him for almost 2 years. I'm going, what? Gang stalkers, y'all. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's some weird shit. So, at one time I said, you know what? Let me get the police involved. The police is like, we never heard of it, right? Like, what the fuck you mean you never heard of it? They heard of it. But they acting like, and then they say, as long as these people don't bother you, it's okay for them to follow you wherever you go. Okay? And I'm saying, huh? Motherfucker, this is harassment. And they said, how is that harassment when they don't say anything to you? They just following you. And I mean, it's like 100 of them, or even more. Because they actually follow you wherever you go. It seems like they're there. And they let it be known. Sometimes they blow the horn at you. Sometimes they'll get in front of you. I go from Corona to Riverside, right? These motherfuckers is right there. Everywhere I go, if I go shopping, if I go to the grocery store, go to my friend's house, if I go to the spot, wherever I go, these motherfuckers is right there looking right at me. As soon as I walk up to them, they take off. Okay? It's like they don't want no confrontation, but they being confrontational because who the fuck want motherfucker following you around? You don't even know these motherfuckers. I mean, think about it. Think about it for yourself. Here you have a motherfucker that's constantly following you around. You're looking at the same car, or maybe different cars, but you're recognizing these cars because it's been months. Right? At first I was getting upset. And I said, nah. Then I said, you know what? Fuck them. I'm just going to ignore them. Right? Then they drive a little closer to you. Okay? Like they swerving on you and shit. It's like, these motherfuckers don't get it. And it's like, you want to go after them so bad, but you know, you're going to be the one to end up in trouble. But one time, I did try to go after them. I tried to set them up. Well, I set them up on several occasions. But they ended up calling the police on me. Right? And the police look at you like I'm in the wrong. They called the cops on me on several occasions because I'm looking. I'm going, motherfucker, stop following me. And this is what they want me to do. They want a nigga to crack up. Okay? And go berserk and go crazy. End up in jail for the rest of his life, or end up dead, or end up doing some stupid shit. And I'm like, damn, am I the only one going through this? And I'm telling you, when I say it's a lot of them, it's a lot of them motherfuckers. Okay? I went to bed and woke up, them motherfuckers were still outside. Now tell me that ain't stalking. I went to the store, come out the store, they still out there. Everywhere I go, these motherfuckers is like a job. And no matter how long I be at, or how long I take for me to do what I have to do, they out there. And they want you to know, we ain't going nowhere. And I'm going, damn, this is some crazy ass shit. But they don't say nothing to you, okay? They just follow you everywhere you go. So my question to you is, what do you think about this type of shit? How do you deal with shit like this? Because, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm a street nigga, but I'm the type of motherfucker that, you know, I handle my business. You know, I don't want these motherfuckers to know where my family's at, where my people at, and shit like that. But they keep doing the same shit over and over again. Everywhere I go, here they come. And it's like, when is enough gonna be enough? When do I fight back and say, okay, fuck that? Oh, we just let the shit go on? We don't say shit? Man, sometimes I'm 10, 15 feet away from these motherfuckers. I can reach out and touch them. As soon as they see me coming, they take off. And I'm saying, what the fuck is this about? See, if I knew the motive behind it, like, okay, you fuck around and fuck with our cousin and did some blah, blah shit and we paying you back. Okay, I got it. Or you did some shit over here and this is the repercussions. Okay, I got it. But I ain't done a motherfucking thing. And it's like, these niggas want to fuck with me. These motherfuckers driving big trucks. They're driving new cars. They're doing all kind of shit. They're professionals. I seen one dude work at the fucking fire department. I'm going, what the fuck? But the first thing they do is deny everything. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Motherfucker, yeah, you do. Some of them I got real close to him and said, listen, if you don't stop following me, man, I'm going to have my big brothers and them come by your house tomorrow night and fuck you up. Scare them and, you know, leave me the fuck alone. Some of them go for it. But the rest of them, they're like, we don't give a fuck. They got women, bro. Sit there and put their high beams on me. How do you deal with this dumb shit? What do you do? I'm bringing this to the people now. The law says you can't do a motherfucking thing. Let it go. Oh, yeah, they were saying, if they follow you so much, bring them by the police station so we could pick it up. Motherfucker, they see the cops, they gone. They know the routine with the police. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen. If police come, they scatter. And I'm saying to myself, what the fuck is this about? I can't get no traction in my head what it's about. So I said to myself, my conclusion was, fuck them. Act like I don't see them. And I did that. And in the process of doing that, them motherfuckers tried to get closer and closer to me. Okay? And to me, that's a threat. That's a fucking threat. You fucking with me like this? What if I got my daughter in the car? What if I got my sons in the car? You can fuck around and if I wasn't as hard as I was, I could be a little nervous motherfucker and run into something and tear my shit up. Okay? And I'm thinking this is the shit that they do to motherfuckers. And they smile and laugh about it like it's some type of joke. At one point, these motherfuckers, they got them new Honda Civics and shit. They flying in front of me and shit. Like they crisscrossing and shit. I stopped on the bridge over there in Sierra Way. And just left the shit. I parked right there. On the fucking bridge. Stop traffic, everything. But I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. It's my turn to go. It's my turn to go. But motherfuckers, somebody coming with me. You gonna back the fuck up off me. I say all that to say this, right? I'm at the store right now. And who do I see? Two motherfuckers known to follow me everywhere I go. Parked. And I'm going, huh? So I get out the car and walk towards them. And what they do? They back up and take off. I want to ask a motherfucking question. Why are you doing this, motherfucker? But I guess I posed a threat to them. I'm not trying to go to jail for these bitch ass niggas. I'm not trying to physically beat the shit out of them and go to jail. I want to know why you motherfuckers doing it. So I can't even have a conversation with these motherfuckers. Okay? I want to know what's the bottom line to this shit. Is this some shit you motherfuckers doing? So just tell me, they don't even know what the fuck they're doing it for. They taking orders from somebody else. Follow that motherfucker, don't let him get away. The other day, right, I said, fuck it. I took a shortcut, right? And the motherfucker was so far ahead of me, I ducked and went into a spot just to see what happened. Man, here come 25, 30 motherfuckers looking for me. Like, nah, nigga, you ain't getting away. What? Now, this been going on like for 9 months now. How much of this shit am I supposed to take and what am I supposed to do? Let the shit keep going? Say, fuck it, it ain't no big deal? How do you deal with some shit like this psychologically? But then for the most part, I'm like, fuck these punks. I ain't gonna even think about them. And sometimes I could go without thinking about them, but in the back of my head, they're still there. Because it's a problem. I said to myself, okay, fuck it. I take pictures of the cars and shit. Bring down the police station. Build a case against them, right? What's the charge? Motherfucking felony harassment. They ain't doing shit to you. Yeah, they are. They trying to keep me off my square. That's what they doing. Nah, sir, according to the law, they ain't doing nothing to you. And according to the law, I don't have a case. And I ain't got time to do the same shit they doing. There's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers, so they follow you everywhere. So I don't have time to sit up here and be like, okay, blah, 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 this, right? I'm telling you, it was one time, it looked like 25 motherfuckers following me. I'm looking. And they all staring at me, following me. I take a left, they take a left. I take a right, they take a right. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? I said, fuck it, I stopped the car. They start circling me and shit. Going by you and shit, flying by you. Yeah. I'm telling you, they got these fast cars, they got these loud ass cars. I mean, some of them got good jobs, and I'm like, oh man, this is a pain in the fucking ass. But now I'm asking my people, how do we deal with this? But I'm getting y'all involved. But I'm thinking it's racism. I said, fuck, there's gotta be some white supremacy shit. They don't like niggas. Because there's some white folks, Mexicans, and some niggas involved. I'm going, this is ridiculous. You niggas are sold out too? That's how ridiculous it is. I'm not gonna say I'm at my wit's end, but I'm gonna still maintain the attitude that I have. But I think it's time to expose this information. I think it's time to let it loose and talk to my people about it. So I'm bringing it right here to get these motherfuckers out of here. Because I can see again if I did something wrong. I didn't do a goddamn thing wrong. And these motherfuckers is like straight harassing me. And it's been going on for the last 9 fucking months. Okay? 9 fucking months. Non-stop. 24 hours a fucking day. I look up, here go these motherfuckers. And it look like no ending in sight. And like I said, according to law enforcement, they're not breaking the law. So they know the law. They know the consequences for what they do. So they don't give a fuck. According to them, they ain't doing enough. Because they're not speaking, they ain't saying shit, all they're doing is following me. And they let me know by physically showing me that they're there. If I go to Riverside, right, they'll fly right by me. Like, yeah, we got you. I get ready to get off the exit, they get off the same fucking exit. I take a left here, they take a left. I take a right here, they take a right. Wherever I go, the motherfuckers park right across the street. I walk across the street, they scatter. Maybe 9, 10, 11 cars. And then some of them, I know where they live at. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? What is it? What the fuck is it? and some shit that I'm trying to say, okay, how do you deal with this shit? Now, mind you, I'm sick. I got a heart disease where I done had 2 heart attacks and damn near died. And they saying I could die any day now. Okay? If I don't take this medication, I could die. It says stay out the heat. When I go in the heat, I feel like I'm gonna faint. Like I'm gonna pass out in the fucking heat. Sometimes I can walk fast, sometimes I can't walk 2 seconds. I gotta stop and breathe. And that's the shit I'm physically going through. And then I gotta deal with this shit. Okay? So you see what I'm saying? I got other shit I gotta deal with. Never mind having this shit on my back, on my case. Alright? I can't talk to nobody about this shit. Because anybody I try to talk to, nah, nigga, you tripping. So I got a big pile of shit on my plate. And I didn't put it there. But I gotta eat this shit. I gotta eat this bullshit that I didn't even ask for. I didn't serve this shit up. But this shit is happening, man. And I'm not at my wit's end with this shit. I'm just ready to deal with it. But it's nothing to deal with because according to the law, I'm looking at the law. And how do I benefit from using the law? I can't, okay? I showed the cops the pictures. They said these are just pictures of the same different cars. How do you know that they're the same car? Let's look at the license plate. He said, yeah, but there's a whole bunch of cars like this. I'm like, man, every license plate is different. The cops stopped making excuses for them. And then they downplay it. Well, we can't do nothing about it. What the fuck? If that was a councilman getting this shit done, it'd be some shit done. But I'm not a councilman. I'm just an average citizen. Okay? But where and how do you say enough is enough? Okay, I'm an old school Black Panther. Bobby Seals, Huey Newton. Right? We did shit differently. But you can't do that shit today. The world is integrated. This stalking shit is a tool that they use to try to destroy the minds of the strong. And then throw a wrench in your shit to keep you thrown off and doing some other shit. And it's a constant harassment. And yes, it will throw you off because now you gotta worry about this shit when you should be worrying about some other shit, like my health. This is some bullshit, man. And I'm doing this by myself because I can't talk to nobody about it because nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to hear it. But the bottom line is, I don't give a fuck. So am I supposed to say fuck it? I don't give a fuck about it? No, I've never done anything like that. I've always had a conclusion to my shit. If I got into some shit, I try to fix it. If I can't fix it, I handle it the way it's supposed to be handled or try to handle it anyway. I've never had a mystery like this where I got to keep the door of mystery open. And that's the conclusion. It's just a fucking mystery. This ain't no fucking mystery. There's a bottom line to this shit. There's somebody in charge of this shit. There's somebody calling shots on this shit. Somebody's running this shit. And it needs to be investigated. But how do you open an investigation? You turn around and do the same shit that what they doing. You follow them motherfuckers. You take their fucking license plates. You run their license plates through DMV. You find out where they live at. You go to their house and say you're a subject of a motherfucking investigation that's going on because you following this motherfucker around town. And then you put a restraining order on his ass. That's how you begin to stop the shit.